Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, do consider subscribing and hit the like button. Also hit the bell button so that you get notified every time I post a new video. And in case you've already been around, you already know that I post content around lifestyle, makeup, skincare, hair care, mostly natural remedies and product reviews and travel and whatever else is going on in my life. Watching the video so that you can kind of make sense of whatever these interesting, complicated words sound like. Because when I started out, I actually would get very overwhelmed with how many co-wash and no poo and all these things meant. So whatever little sense that I can make out of it and can explain to you guys, I will try my level best. So today's video is going to be one that a lot of you have asked me a lot of you have asked about for a very long time. It's a topic that I slowly grew passionate about, which is hair care. So I used to face a lot of hair fall, and I've made a video on this before, and that turned out to be a rather long video. So I want to try and keep this one crisp, even though I am a passionate talker. And my experience around this topic has been so vast and varied that I think I will struggle with sticking to the point, but I hope this video helps you. So do watch till the end. Okay, so a crisp background. I around 3-4 years ago, I was facing a lot of hair fall, dandruff, and dry hair, frizzy hair. Okay, so if you see, my hair is today, they are behaving straight, but they are wavy to curly, and they are also prone to have getting very frizzy and dry. Back in 2018, I was very bogged down and worried about the amount of hair I had been losing for about over a decade. And I basically overnight went off shampoo. So it's something called the no poo method, which is poo doesn't stand for poop. Poo stands for no shampoo method. And during that period of time, within a week, I realized that my hair fall had gone almost to zero. So when I say zero, every shampoo I was losing about 3 to 4, 5 hair and strands of hair, which is something that I had never experienced in the past. And after that, I think I carried on that process for about 2 to 3 months. I may do another video on that, but during which I was cleaning my hair only with warm water. Or then I was clarifying my scalp with baking soda and apple cider vinegar mixed with water. So if you guys are interested, you can drop in a comment below and I'll make a full-fledged video on my experience of the no poo method. So that carried on for about 3 to 4 months, and during which my hair, the volume of my hair increased a lot. Like, I'm not lying, they actually became double the amount. So, but with time, I also realized that when the hair was growing better, they were also pretty unmanageable. And at that time, I was going for client meetings and I was getting out and I had to look presentable. So that for me was not very sustainable. Though, to do with the quality of my hair and the health of my scalp, I was very happy. So I think after 3 to 4 months, I researched quite a lot during that period of time, and I came across the herbal wash method, which are herbs that are very widely available, at least in our country, in India, and even outside, I think. I mean, I have tried to look on Amazon of different countries, and I found the powdered versions of these herbs very easily. So after 2 to 3 months, I started to wash my hair with a mix of 3 herbal powders, which was Shikakai, Reetha, and Amla powder, and I'll also mention them in English over here so that you can have a look wherever you're watching this video from. I had researched and I had read up a lot of good things about how this mix of powders works out, and I straight up dove into the idea of trying this out, and especially because I had read that baking soda can be slightly harsh and make the hair brittle. So I tried this out, and my hair got even better. So basically, the Reetha powder is what foams up. It's like a, in a way, like a herbal shampoo. It naturally foams up and cleanses the scalp while strengthening the hair. And but Reetha powder, just similar to shampoo, can be slightly drying on the hair. So that is why we mix it with Shikakai powder. Because Shikakai powder acts as a conditioner. It makes the hair soft and moisturizes the hair well, and soothes the scalp and nourishes the hair very, very well. Shikakai, the herb, also has this property wherein it'll darken your hair. So I did realize over time that my hair was going from a natural dark brown, and all through this period I had not colored my hair. So the changes were very subtle. Like I could notice them when I did compare two pictures. So from dark brown, my hair was going more to a jet black. So if you have colored hair, this may not work out for you because it's going to naturally darken and add some pigment to your hair. And so this herbal concoction, I'll show you what it looks like. So basically, I was buying all three. I'll try and attach a picture right here of the product that I was using, the brand and product. But right now, since I just purchased whatever seemed convenient, because I'm going back to this method after 1.5 years. So this is what it looks like. It says it's a Shikakai mix hair care powder. It shows that it has Amla, Reetha, Shikakai, Methi, and hibiscus. Basically, a herbal concoction that is going to cleanse your scalp while preventing dandruff and hair loss. What you got to do with this is that you take about 2 tablespoons of this, add in a little bit of warm water, mix it, it'll start to foam up a little bit, and leave it for about 5 to 10 minutes. And then go in for your bath, apply that paste on your scalp and massage it with the fingertips, as I had mentioned in my earlier hair care video as well. Don't be too rough, be gentle, but give it good like 1.5, 2 minutes, and you'll notice that it's foaming up, and that is what is going to basically dislodge all the product buildup and the sebum and whatever else dirt there is on the scalp. So don't focus that too much on the hair, because the hair itself generally does not need cleaning up. It's the scalp that accumulates the dead skin and the product buildup and the sebum. So that is what we want to cleanse, not the hair itself. And because especially when you're going to be putting warm water to wash it off, it's anyway going to go through your strand. So that's going to clean the amount it has to be cleaned. And apart from that, so my experience with this process, I would say, was excellent. Like there were a few things I had to get used to with this new method. For example, the first thing being that I was not smelling of nice shampoos, and I was smelling slightly herbal. I think if you buy this, you'd know what I was smelling like. It smells like somewhere between a seed and a fruit and soil and a herb, because it is a herb. So yeah, it took me some time to get used to smelling that way. There is no immediate smell the day you've had your hair wash. And I'm not kidding, your scalp is going to be spick and span, if not cleaner than most other shampoos. So basically, this hair care routine is going to give you absolutely clean scalp and very, very healthy, thick hair. So now coming to the other side of why I moved on to the curly girl method. I can't even say I'm a hardcore curly girl method follower because I break the rules somewhere, and I've just made a kind of a concoction of what out of this herbal wash routine suits me and what out of the CGM routine suits me, and I've brought it together, and I'm still in the middle of trying something different, which seems to be working out pretty well for me right now, touch wood. So I was following this herbal process. That's also when the first lockdown had happened. And someone on Instagram messaged me that what you're doing is great and all of that for the kind of hair you have. But I also noticed that you have curly and wavy hair. And this kind of a herbal mix can actually dry out your hair. And she was not wrong. She was actually right, because Reetha and Amla can be slightly drying on the hair. And that's when she introduced me very briefly to the curly girl method, and I did my research about that. So I kind of moved on to for some time to experiment after this almost 1 year period of being on herbal hair washes. I moved on to trying out a non-sulfate shampoo. And I tried a bunch of them. I'll link the video of my review of the few non-sulfate shampoos that I have used somewhere over here or in the description box below. So you can have a look at that. So I tried out khadi, and I have mentioned this before that I do not like spending a lot of money on my hair care, because I feel like you can keep it extremely simple and low budget. And I do feel, especially with the curly girl method, the technique is what matters more than the products, and technique and the understanding of what your hair likes and the physics or the science behind hair care, than the amount of money you end up spending. So anyway, I like to keep it simple. I've tried Khadi India's shampoos, and I absolutely love that. And the one I've been using for about 1.5 years now is the Wow Skincare one. This is not a sponsored video. So this is the shampoo. It's the coconut milk shampoo that I started to use back then, and but I was still on a low poo routine, which meant that I was basically shampooing once in a week or sometimes even longer, because I was alternating it with this herbal mix. Next up, I started using this conditioner, and I started following the curly girl method so that my hair can retain moisture pretty well. So I would apply this and scrunch my hair. I do not have a leave-in conditioner, so I use this one, and I think I'll make another video of me doing the curly girl method technique and how it works out for me. So this is what has really worked for me. I am actually somewhere in the middle of the herbal hair wash method and the CGM method, so that my scalp and my hair both get what they require. My scalp is somewhere towards a dry scalp, so this herbal mix kind of totally looks after my dandruff problem, and the product, I mean, there is no product buildup because I am using this. And once in a while I use a clarifying shampoo. It's the one that I use to clarify my hair, and this one I'll use probably like once in 2 to 3 weeks, because it can be really drying on the hair. That's what it is. I did not want to totally stick to a herbal hair care method which works brilliantly otherwise, but is also drying out my hair. And a non-silicone conditioner works really well during that process. So a lot of you had asked me about hair fall, dandruff, and dry hair. This herbal method is going to fix all of that. I have tried this over and over again, and it's not failed me even once. Like, just give it 2 to 3 weeks and you'll automatically see how your dandruff vanishes. And again, like, do a little bit of research on this, because the technique really matters. You must clean your scalp with warm to room temperature water, because if it's going to be warm, that's when it's going to remove all the sebum and the buildup. And always do the final rinse with cool water, so that your hair shaft and cuticles nicely shut, and your hair is shiny and non-frizzy. And make sure to move to a get rid of the towels, because they make the hair extremely frizzy and cause hair breakage. So you may want to check out like a microfiber cloth, or just use an old t-shirt, maybe like a cotton t-shirt, to dry your hair. And if you have dry hair, I think that castor oil is something that could really benefit you. So you can mix olive oil or almond oil and a little bit of castor oil, and apply that on your strands. Try and not apply that on your scalp, because the more the oil you're going to apply, the more the rigorous shampooing you would require, which kind of defeats the purpose of nourishing the hair. So I mean, generally when I use oil, it's literally just a few drops, and I let the warmth of my fingers do the job, and I'll just really massage my hair without really ghissifying it, so that there's more frizz and more breakage. So be easy on the hair, and try and, I mean, especially if you have curly and wavy hair, try and not brush your hair when they're dry. Brush your hair or comb your hair when they are damp and you have conditioner on your hair. That definitely reduces the amount of breakage. Do try out this herbal mix and do let me know if it works out for you. Be really happy if I can solve even one person's hair fall issue, because hair fall can be something that really stresses you out, and when you're not finding a solution, you're not finding out the real cause of why you're losing so much hair, and your hair is losing its luster and its volume. It can be very disheartening, because you're going on spending on new shampoos and products that claim that they're going to solve the whatever issues. And I think, like, I was always like looking out for options, just like most other people, of big brands that were actually marketing their shampoos and conditioners in a manner that it's going to like solve everything will be fine the moment you get the shampoo, and it never worked out. So my mind never really went on to this sort of a rather desi jugadu, it's not jugadu, but like this desi solution. So I think even this, like, I happened to try it because I am a person who was pushed to try Ayurveda for my nasal allergy scene, which is when I actually started gaining a lot of faith in Ayurveda. And that was actually the beginning point of why this entire thing of remedies and DIYs and herbal solutions began for me. And they have just never failed me. Like, this has been one issue that I have pretty much solved for myself, touch wood, for over like 3-4 years now. And if I do find a picture of how much hair I had lost and how thin my hair was, I will most definitely attach it over here if I can. And I hope this video helps you. Thank you for watching, and do share this video with someone who is suffering from hair fall, and this video could be of help too. I'll see you in my next video. Up until then, have a good day. Bye.